Hey guys, just how difficult is it to, I guess, slow down and contain Kennedy Carter?
Definitely not easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think this is on. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely not easy. I played with Kennedy, and she really has a real talent, and being able to structure like a system or schemes around her is tough. It's hard.
The things that she did tonight that like gave you guys problems were what? Like, was it necessarily the downhill drives, or was it even sort of deeper than that, Ezi?
Yeah, I mean, I think with defense, it takes a team to guard someone, so it's not an individual matchup. I think, we could have helped whoever was matched up on her, just being there on the split line, being there to rotate, just making her shots tough. She did make some tough shots, but I think, as Nneka said, she's a great player, so she knows, how to get to her spots. And she is quick, so it takes five on the floor to defend her.
Then at the end there, you guys were down 9 and you cut it to 2. Did you feel as if you just ran out of time?
I felt like we allowed a 30-point third quarter. I think that's something that playing a team like that, you just can't do that. I think that's tough right there. And of course, towards the end, when we were able to make our push, yeah, the clock ran out.
Going right off of that, Nneka, what kind of happened in the third period that allowed them to be so effective?
I mean, they were scoring. They were definitely scoring. And I think that I think at times we were kind of overthinking a little bit when it came to how we wanted to be effective, with whatever stops we were able to get. But definitely coming out the gate and scoring, they set the tone for that second half in the third quarter.
Is that you set a career high with 8 block shots, and a lot of them were very emphatic. Just talk about all of those, and then Nneka, I guess, from your perspective, seeing those.
Yeah, I mean, the guards do a really great job of getting downhill, and something I like to do is just, be there defensively for my teammates. So, I definitely think I could have done it more, but just being there on split line, being there to help, getting deflections. It doesn't necessarily have to be a block, but yeah, just being there to help my teammates.
Yeah, I mean, it's such assertive energy when Ezi takes those shots and just swats them. It's always surprising every time, even though we know that she's capable of it. And I'm just really glad to know that we have her kind of as like the finisher, the closer on the defensive end.
And Nneka, what did you guys see out of Angel Reese, and was her 3-point shot on the scouting report?
I mean, Angel, she plays with energy. She plays with energy and confidence. And it's not necessarily something that she's known for, but she's in the league. Like everybody in this league is capable, and she showed that today. So, she definitely demanded that respect with her outside shot tonight.
I just wanted to ask a little bit more about what you guys were thinking in the post, because these are the top 2 teams in points in the post, and that was where a lot of the points came from tonight. What was your plan heading into this, and did that work, or did you have to kind of change it as you went through the game?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they have great post players, great guards that get points in the paint as well. I think just obviously playing on the front foot and trying to prevent that, being more aggressive defensively, kind of, making a stand in the first quarter and sustaining that throughout the game. But yeah, they, play basketball too, so they, got to their spots. But I think just limiting points in the paint is something that we'll look at, and yeah, come Sunday, we'll be better at that.
For either of you, do you think it was more difficult to get to the rim and get points in the paint tonight because of the presence of Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso in particular?
I mean, that's something that you always have to consider with this team. They have such a strong front court between those two, and even, Izzy and Bree. I think knowing when to go is something that we recognized at times, but maybe didn't sustain throughout the whole game. And maybe not overthinking when we did catch it in the paint. I think because of their strong presence, there are times when you're expecting someone to come and that can kind of take you out of your rhythm. And so understanding to recognize what's open once you get into the paint is something that we can probably do better on Sunday.
And for you, Ezi, I was talking to Jordan the other day and she mentioned that you guys have sort of sayings for yourself within your accountability trio, and yours is "I am that girl." Just it felt like you were particularly aggressive today, going for rebounds, going for those blocks. Do you feel like, through that saying and with your accountability partners, you're starting to embody that a little bit more?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm very lucky in the teammates that I have, just instilling like confidence. Nneka and Jordan were the ones that came up with that for me. So I think just, saying that it does, start to become something that I do think. But I know my team, needs me to play aggressively, needs me to bring that energy, no matter if it's rebounding, blocking shots, getting deflection. So as much as that saying's for me, it's for my teammates as well.
Got time for a few questions. Jordan on Zoom. Go ahead with your question.
Hey, ladies. So my first question is for Ezi. You had 8 blocks, but only 13 points. You did kind of run into foul trouble a little bit. Do you think part of that is what kept you from getting into a rhythm throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think I need to do a better job of staying foul discipline. Obviously,
you still played 30 minutes, only 13.
Yeah.
Like that's not enough points? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I meant. I was just saying
Oh.
I'm used to more. Like that's still good, but
Yeah, I mean, I can do a better job of staying foul discipline. Obviously, Angel and Camilla, great players, so just being more proactive rather than reactive defensively.
And then my second question is for both of you all. Jordan Horston had another solid game. Just talk about what you both have learned from her and how she makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
I mean, Jordan, I think that I talk about how Jordan and Ezi are the future of this team, and she's really taken the experience that she had last year and transformed that into, maturing beyond her second year and coming out and defending, the toughest person on the court. I think that we get a lot of energy from her in that way. And also Ezi too. Jordan kind of sets the tone along with like Sky on the ball, and then Ezi closes it out. So, I know that she's also very hard on herself, but I want her to know that she is a huge asset on this team on both ends of the floor.
Thank you.
And last question. Thanks, Jordan. And last question will go to Jeff.
But yeah, Nneka, the game, very intense, close game down the stretch, everything, crowd's electric. Kind of talking about Ezi and Jordan, it kind of felt like a playoff atmosphere. Even in this loss, like how can a game like this kind of build them up and prepare them for the playoffs?
Them?
Yeah, like younger players.
Oh, younger players?
Like Jordan and Ezi, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like your 5th season in the league. I'm just kind of like, yeah. I mean, I think, not just the atmosphere, but also the nature of playing a team twice in 3 days. We just did that with Dallas, and you find that since the bubble, you find that as kind of more of what you face like on the road now. Being in one city for a few days and playing 2 teams. And I think that locking into the adjustments and watching the game back and preparing for the next one without dwelling necessarily on the mistakes of the last is something that it's not even just young players. I think it's all players can usually use that as really great experience as you kind of get into the meat of this season. Like we're halfway through right now. So there's that, there's the atmosphere, there's people really just fighting to stay in their spots and move up the ladder. And then also getting to play the same team in 72 hours. That's really great playoff experience.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, ladies. And we'll have Coach in here in just a minute.